Hey everybody, and welcome to Matching Brackets. Today I'd like to continue our Setting Expectations series and talk a little bit about gaming on Linux. But before I go any further, I do need to confess something. I'll tell you right up front, I'm not a gamer. I am not trying to benchmark graphics cards. I don't know anything about frame times, and I'm not arguing about ray tracing. I mean, if you want to trace ray, then you go right ahead. I'm not going to stand in your way. Me, I play retro NES games online from time to time, maybe the occasional 2048 session, but that's about it. That's my level. So why am I making this video? Because, I see two extremes online. Linux gaming is perfect now, and Linux gaming is terrible now, and therefore, by association, Linux is terrible now. And most people who are brand new to Linux are like, well, can you game on Linux or not? So that's what we're going to do here. No hype, no doom, just expectations. For a long time, gaming on Linux really wasn't a thing. Most PC games were built for Windows, and that was that. Then Valve, the company behind Steam, made a very strategic move. They created something called Proton. Proton is a compatibility layer that allows Windows games to run on Linux. It acts like a translator. The game thinks it's talking to Windows. Linux translates the conversation, and surprisingly, it works well in many cases. You don't have to manually configure everything anymore. You install Steam, enable Proton, and install the game, and quite often it just runs. That's a massive shift from even 5 to 6 years ago. Here's the part where expectations matter. Proton is not native Windows. It's not the same thing, so results vary. Some games work perfectly, some work with minor tweaks, some launch but have glitches, and some don't work at all. That's not failure, that's just the nature of compatibility layers. And this is where I think a lot of new Linux users get frustrated. They assume if it runs on Windows, it should run on Linux exactly the same. But it's not the same thing, is it? Linux gaming today is more like, let me see if this works well enough, and usually it does, but why not check if it works first? There's a site called ProtonDB, where users report how games perform. I'll link to it in the description below, and I'll add a card that should be appearing right now in the upper right-hand corner of the video. So before buying anything, check there. That's a part of everything on Linux. Do some research first before it's going to work for you. Then install. Measure twice, cut once. Now let's talk about the biggest pain point. Competitive multiplayer games. Many of them use anti-cheat systems. These systems operate very deep inside Windows and sometimes even at the kernel level. Linux does not run the Windows kernel. So sometimes what happens is the game refuses to start. The anti-cheat system blocks you, or online multiplayer simply doesn't function. This isn't because Linux users are cheating. It's because the anti-cheat system doesn't fully trust an environment it doesn't control. Some anti-cheat systems have added Linux support, and some don't have that, and this is going to change over time. So if you're someone who lives inside competitive online shooters or esports titles, Linux might not be the ideal as your primary gaming system at this time. And that's okay. Linux doesn't have to be everything to everyone, and just because it doesn't work today doesn't mean that it's going to be the same case in the future. So don't give up. Now let's talk about hardware. If you're building or buying a machine for Linux gaming, AMD graphics cards tend to integrate very smoothly with Linux drivers. NVIDIA works, but sometimes it requires proprietary drivers and a little more setup. How about performance differences between Linux and Windows? It's often small, sometimes negligible, and very occasionally noticeable. But here's the real question. Are you the kind of gamer who notices a 5% frame difference? If yes, you probably care deeply about optimization. If not, you're probably not going to notice. And there's the dividing line. One thing that shifted the conversation dramatically was the Steam Deck. Valve, the company behind Steam and the Steam Deck, literally shipped a gaming handheld running Linux, not as an experiment, as a product. That alone tells you that Linux gaming is getting to a tipping point. That doesn't mean that everything works perfectly, but it means the ecosystem's real. So who is Linux gaming actually for? Who should game on Linux? Well, in my opinion, people who primarily use Linux for everything else, maybe people who play single-player games, maybe indie gamers, maybe casual gamers, maybe people who don't mind a little light tinkering. And on the other hand, who's going to struggle? Well, your competitive esports-focused gamers, people who want zero friction, and people who expect identical behavior to Windows. And that's not judgment. That's just about alignment. If this was me, if I was someone who was looking to get into gaming on Linux, I suppose the first thing that I can expect is I'm going to do a bunch of research before I even try my first game. I would take a look at my personal gaming habits and determine if I was gaming every once in a while or I was a little more hardcore. If I wound up being a casual gamer, then I'm sure Linux would be fine for me. But if I was gaming most of the time and very particular when it comes to specs, performance, and title availability, then I'd probably have to do more research to make sure that Linux was the right fit for me. Just like I did when I switched from Windows to Linux for my computer needs. Linux gaming today isn't impossible, it isn't terrible, but it isn't perfect, it's conditional. If your expectations match reality, you're probably going to be pleasantly surprised. If they don't, you're probably going to be frustrated. And honestly, that's true of Linux in general. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it has helped, let me know. And if you're a hardcore gamer watching this, remember the games I play probably are older than you. So please be kind. I did my best to research this topic enough to provide some practical advice. Thank you for spending your time with me. And until next time, take care.